Karina. Hello, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Chrissy. Thank you.
Thank you for being on the show. What did you do last night?
I'm actually across in Victoria on holidays, so we watched a nice fireworks thing and was out
Yeah.
with friends, so it was lovely.
Lovely, lovely. So, a dating coach. How did you become a dating coach, Karina?
I think it was started from my own experience of having bad relationship experiences
Mm.
and dating people that weren't the right ones. So I thought, well, if I keep choosing wrongly, then so does everyone else. And how do we know what the right person is to choose and how to choose them? What are the things that are important? So it sent me on a journey of discovery and research. So I spent about 10 years researching, dating, talking to many people, lots of interviews, so that I could really understand what it is that we need to do to connect with the right life partner, so then we don't have to have failed relationship after failed relationship. So yeah, I put it together into a program so I could help others, so then they can also get out of that horrible dating wheel and find the right one for themselves.
Fantastic. What's the biggest mistake you think people might make when they jump onto into the dating scene?
Not being clear on what it is that they're looking for, because it's pretty hard to find what you're looking for when you actually don't know what that is. So they keep thinking, well, maybe that's the one, or maybe that's the one, but it's not. So getting clarity first on what you're looking for, what a relationship ideal is for you, and then how to communicate that to the people that are potentials.
So, do you write that down? Do you sit down and set yourself up a little cheat sheet of what you think the important things are?
Absolutely. I think it's well worth having a list, because then when you have got a list and you meet someone, you can then at least have a look at the list and say, well, did they have a good sense of humour that I like? Or did they seem to have integrity? Or was I vibing with them energetic wise?
Mm.
Or whatever it was that's, what it is. Because really we're wanting to focus more on things that aren't just the aesthetic outside anymore. We're wanting to be, have value-based attractions. So, we want people that are emotionally intelligent, that we can vibe with. We want people that are on the right energy, people that have the same life goals as us and the same interests. So it's not, yes, of course we want to be attracted on the outside, but we also need to be connecting on other things that are long-lasting.
Yes, yeah, I can remember possibly my 19-year-old self was rather fixated on a man with a washboard stomach.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. That is, at that age, that is the focus of what you're looking for. It's only when we start getting older that we think, oh, maybe there's something else that we should be looking for, not just
Yeah,
those washboard abs.
yeah, that's exactly right. An awesome smile. I've got one of those in my life now. So let's go through your big ideas, 10 big ideas on how to do dating better in 2026. What would you start with?
I think that I would start with the fact that intentional dating can replace casual swiping. So many people are caught up on the apps and they're almost like hypnotized by this swipe left, swipe right thing.
Hmm.
And they're not even looking past the aesthetics. So it's really about, I'm going to intentionally date, say what I want up front, have like a short dating intention statement, not a massive long bio, and normalising, I suppose, things like date check-ins. So if you are dating intentionally, then why not ask, are we just exploring a connection, or are we enjoying each other's company? Could there be something more?
Okay.
A lot of people are burned out on this ambiguity thing. Confidence and honesty is really attractive. So if you intentionally date, find a person to go on a date with, then just try and find out, where are they? And make sure they have got that honesty and confidence that you're attracted to, because it is so attractive nowadays.
Yes, that is quite right. Honesty is very attractive. So, listeners, if you're thinking about this conversation now, a couple of things we want you to chime in with. One, I'd like to know, just the voyeur in me, is how did you meet your partner? How did you know they were the one? 133 882. And secondly, did you try anything different before you met the one, after you'd been dating for a while and things weren't working for you? Is there something that you changed up that finally went, huzzah, finally, now I've changed this about my dating practice, and now I actually have found the person that is meant for me. Now, you would use words like enrich as opposed to complete as well in your tips, Karina.
Absolutely. Yes, that's a really big tip, is date to enrich, not complete you. We have to assume that we are all complete. We're not looking for our other half. That's a lot of pressure. So if we are looking at that, we're realising now that people are not dating to just feel loneliness or to fix wounds or to prove their worth. People are really choosing to date now to share experiences, to add joy into their life and to grow together. So it's like a mindset shift, I suppose, from looking for my other half to I am already whole and let's see if we're better together.
Yeah, great bit of advice. How about community first dating? What's that?
Yeah, that's where people are making new connections and meeting through shared ecosystems, not random matches online. So, for example, you might meet someone through a co-working space or perhaps in a fitness or walking club. It could even be a creative workshop that you go and do that you could meet someone, or a cooking class or a travel group, volunteer events, different things like that. So thinking outside the square to, I suppose, connect with people that have an interest that's the same as yours, and then you can build on that together.
I reckon that's a great idea, and I thought that was what the majority of us used to do before all Tinder and Bumble and everything came along. You had to meet people somehow out there in the environment.
That's right, exactly. And really, this dating app thing has almost negated all the other things, or we've almost forgotten there's other options, and
Mm.
we're just focusing on the dating, especially the younger generations. They're very much into the dating apps. But I think for the older generations, there's been quite a shift in them being just totally over the dating thing and wanting to naturally and organically meet someone. So there's some really good ideas of places you can naturally meet someone without having the singles vibe thing happening where you've got to meet with other singles and do dating. You can just meet and have a chat about the thing that you're interested in and grow a connection like that organically.
What else is on your fresh new ideas list for 2026, Karina, for dating?
Well, emotional availability is the new hot in 2026.
Yeah.
So normally a lot of people have not been, they've been playing hard to get. Perhaps they've ghosted people, not really interested, so let's just not reply, or tell you they're busy, there's no follow-up. And this is just outdated behaviour now. So what we want to look for is people that can say, name feelings calmly, like, I'm sorry, I don't think that we're a good match, and I wish you well for the rest of your dating journey. I hope you connect with someone. So it's being, mature and calm. Say even repairing conflict instead of disappearing. Because let's face it, conflict resolution can be difficult.
Yeah.
And sometimes for some people it's easier to walk away, whereas really we want to be able to repair it. We don't want to just disappear.
Yeah.
And even sometimes, people push for exclusivity or what is this? Are you boyfriend, girlfriend? What's the label? And that can be a little bit too much. So sometimes just being able to say, I don't know yet in an honest way is a really good emotional availability and being honest and upfront with someone. So definitely more emotional availability happening in 2026.
All right, Karina, so we've got emotional availability, dating to enrich ourselves, not complete, intentional dating over just swiping, community first dating, find someone within our community, someone we have common interests with already. And the first one, though, is sit down, write yourself a list of what's important so that you know you can ascertain what it is that is important to you. And the final point is get in contact with yourself at Aligned Connections for some more in-depth coaching and training if you need it.
That's right. And also, for those that are out there dating, try some micro dating instead of marathon dating. So a micro date might only be 30 to 45 minutes, having a coffee walk or doing some sort of daylight dating. That's making a comeback. And this works well because it's lower pressure. And when we've got lower pressure on us, then we can assess the chemistry between us better. So short little dates are better, and give them at least 2 or 3 chances. If you think there could be something, don't decide just on the first date, no, they're not for you.
Lovely bit of advice to finish on. Thanks so much, Karina.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Chrissy.